until they're open again. They may be full because
right. Well, you may be able to get into something.
yeah.
Definitely try it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I hate to interrupt, but I just got some news. I got a text. I don't usually get text messages because I don't subscribe. But a friend of mine at work, Doug Winkelberger, the guy that I rode to Elves with that day, he just had a little baby, and there it is.
Aww.
He wants me.
Let's go steal
He
it.
lets you go ahead. Aw. Here is William. He was born at 5:44 p.m.
Simple.
and weighs 7 pounds,
Too bad.
And it's one of Derek's class.
10.8
Chris's
ounces.
classmates.
Are you serious?
It's Darren Eck. He's like, yeah, I was Curtis's classmate. Do you remember me? And I'm like, yeah, I remember. They've got a 4-year-old, and then they've got this little boy that's about 4 or 5 months old. And Katie called me, and I'm like, you know, I'm full, but I would absolutely love to have them. They don't act like Darren, do they? And she goes, well, she doesn't, but you know, it's too soon to tell. I said, well, if they don't act like Darren, I would love to have them.
Your eyes are bloodshot.
But I'm full.
She got off a 12-hour shift at noon and had a 5-hour energy shot and felt like she had been drinking a 6-pack because of it.
Oh, have I told you all about Sister Mary Faustina's hand?
You briefly wrote in a note that she
Talking
cut her
about
finger off and
hands.
had stitches.
Your hands are still cold all the time. At least they're not peeling anymore. Remember when they used to peel?
She has no
Every
circulation.
spring
I
and
know.
every fall. So, no, Sister Mary Faustina was making hamburgers.
You didn't say what she was doing or anything. You just said she cut her finger serious enough that she had to have stitches, or she had to have surgery. I mean, so she was making a meal.
She was making hamburgers, and they were frozen hamburger patties. They were frozen together. So she was using a knife, a dull knife.
See, Amanda?
To separate it, and she
Etiquette.
had it with both hands, and she was putting all her weight into it,
Oh.
and her hand slipped,
She's slicing
and
inside.
she cut her finger, and so she cut the tendon. And so a tendon is like a rubber band, and it'll just recoil inside there. So it was 4th of July weekend, so the hand surgeon was closed for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it happened Thursday night. So when she got in on Monday, they said, "Oh, we should have got this sooner." You can't schedule things like this, so don't worry about it. So
So she went to the emergency room.
she went to a
And
minor
they-
emergency first,
Yeah.
and they said, "Oh no, you need to have surgery on this. You need to go to an emergency room." Well, they took the emergency room, and they said, "No, a hand specialist has to do it."
Okay.
So they put a splint on it to keep it straight. And when they got to the hand specialist, he said, "Oh, that splint should have been curved instead of straight." He said, "But you know, it happened on a weekend. There's nothing you can do about it." So they scheduled the surgery. She has like a shape of an M because it's a tendon is like a rubber band. So
Right.
they had to dig for it, and it was going to move when they went for it. So she has this horrible thing, and they said that. So the first week, it was in a cast, but they left out her pointer finger and her thumb. So the cast was like this.
That's handy.
She's like just walking around. Well, she kept her finger like this most of the time, but so that she could hold pinochle cards. or she could hold her plate and fill her plate, you know, so that she could do things with this hand.
Or her rosary.
Right. She probably prayed the rosary with her other hand. But it was her right hand, too. And so she's having to do everything left-handed. Which, by the way, she beat us at croquet, ladder ball, and washers with her left hand.
You guys play washers?
They play everything.
Beer drinking game.
It's not a beer drinking
No.
Not when nuns play it, I guess.
I guess not.
They drink beer.
So,
So,
make washers, boards, and woods in the high school.
Have you had a beer since you've been here?
She's not a
I
beer
don't think
drinker.
so.
Does anybody?
Well, I don't keep a schedule of our.
Well, I'm just...
Maybe some wine.
It's
Have you had a glass
we have
of wine?
Yeah.
We have wine at feast days.
I just
Probably
wondered.
Corpus Christi would be the last one.
Tomorrow's her feast day.
Tomorrow's my feast day.
Aww.
Happy feast day.
Happy
Happy
feast
feast
day.
Hey.
You know what? The other day I was sitting on the chair and I was trying to figure out how old Dad was, and I said, okay, well he's 30 years older than Brandy, and Brandy's 5 years younger than me, and I'm counting, and I
This
go,
ain't gonna end up on YouTube, is it?
no.
Well, this is a lovely family gathering.
And I
should
go,
be.
oh my
YouTube.
God, Seth, is she 27? And he goes, no. Then I'm like, so then I got a piece of paper out, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not an idiot. I can do math in my head. She's
Yeah.
27.
Yeah.
Total, like, I said, when we can't celebrate your birthday anymore,
I
you
know.
know, remember
Please
when I was
count.
sick the first couple of years and I thought Mom was 42 every year on her birthday and I got really
Still
upset?
she's still there.
Yeah.
You'll always be 24, she'll
I'm
always be 42.
I'm still 42.
It's just
Yeah.
backwards.
There you go. 24 and 42, of course.
I can handle
So,
that.
okay, so she got her cast off, and they said that
Already?
there's two different. Yes, because
It's
she
not
has.
even a month.
Well, the cast was a very temporary cast, but they said that there's two different ways that you can do the physical therapy, and I can't remember what the first one was. The second one was a series of hooks and weights, and she's thinking, "Oh, I hope it's not hooks." Because
Ooh.
we have the same image that you all have in your heads. It's a little hook and eyes. They're super glued to each of her fingernails, and they're rubber bands. So she's got this little blue cast that comes out like a paddle, and then her fingers are rubber banded down to a little piece of Velcro. So every hour,
This sounds like an ancient torture.
it doesn't look comfortable at all.